Welcome to the DC, the Dingy Corner Podcast.
Hello again, Watu people. Yeah, today's topic again, as I mentioned, we have a special guest in the house, and thank you for gracing the show today. Karibu to Dingy Corner 106.
Asante sana.
And I hope the content that we're going to provide today is going to be of help to most people that are into this space that you are in. So Robert is in property. You said property?
Property consultancy.
Property consultancy. He's a specialist in that space, and let's get to hear more about it. But before that, let's get to hear who Robert is first, because of course there's someone behind the business.
Ulikuwa unataka kujump the gun. You're already going to Robert as a property consultant, lakini umemsahau as Robert.
Yeah,
but maybe we're not knowing Robert. Let's know Bob, because
let's let's start
people know him with as
okay.
Bob.
Okay. Robert, aka Bob.
All right. Well, first, before I'm a property guy, first I am Bob.
Yes.
I'm the living Bob. Yeah.
You're not the Mali.
No. This is Bob.
Yeah.
Okay. So I do property. I am specialist in things to do with property, and when I say property, is anything to do with property, even just coming up with something that is different, for as long as it can earn you money or it can give you a roof over your head. Yeah.
Awesome. So before Bob goes to becoming a property consultant, like back home, who is Bob? Like, are you married? Are you looking for? Are you, that's what we want to understand first. Then we get into you as a business consultant, or rather as a property consultant.
Yeah, maybe I don't know whether I should go way back, but yes,
Go as way back as possible.
I did not. I lived in a very humble background. I have like about quite a bit of siblings. My mother was this woman who was a family person, and so we are quite a bit in the family. Anyway, so went to school. I come from Islands, by the way.
Nice. Where in Islands?
So I'm brought up in Islands.
Brought up in Islands,
but born and brought up in Nairobi. I am not. I've lived all my life. All my life is Nairobi. So did that. Went to school, finished my primary school, did my secondary. Then we used to call it secondary school. Did my secondary school, and then my mom asked me what I want to do after I finished. I needed to get into some course that was going to help me, or what I preferred to do in life. And I have always wanted to do ticketing, by the way. And I took that course. I did ticketing, and I finished. And getting a job was a challenge. For this kind of
maybe for our viewers who don't understand what ticketing
is.
This is something to do with travel. Travel. So
booking and all that.
Booking flights,
events,
hotels,
yes, that kind of thing. So that was actually what my specialty was supposed to be. But yes, I did it and I finished, and I think I did some work with a ticketing firm. That is a travel agency. And as I was doing it, I started applying for jobs, particularly that line. But maybe I was expecting it to come like pop. I don't know. But yeah, it never did.
Yeah.
It never did.
Yeah.
And so within then, I was just thinking, oh, well, I think I need to do something.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
What I would prefer to do in that kind of space at that time, because I just finished school anyway. It was a year after finishing school.
Did you have a mentor?
Actually, no.
You're swimming in the...
I'm going to look up to your uncle. You don't have even an uncle you're looking up to.
Or anyone, like maybe your boss or something, or someone in the profession, in that line of profession.
Actually, I had no one to look up to.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Well, that's a good question, because it's something good for our young people to have somebody
to guide them,
or somebody you envy, or somebody
exactly.
that you like
Look
what
up,
he's
look up,
doing, or what
exactly.
he's come out to be.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, no, I did not.
Wow.
I was my own person, thinking of my own way of doing things anyway. Yes, so I did that, and while I was working and applying and got a bit frustrated that the jobs weren't coming. They are not coming. Got frustrated. I had a friend who actually, long time friend. I mean, we were not in the same school, but we were in the same neighborhood. This is in South Sea.
Okay.
And she was a lady. And we had come a long way.
Yeah.
So she was dating. She was dating somebody, and since we were very close, she said, "You know what, Robert? I want you to meet this guy." And so we went, and of course, just becoming more friends now and that kind of thing. Now, the mother to my friend's
hubby or something.
Hubby or boyfriend. Let's use the word boyfriend, because that's what it was then. Yes. And they said, and one day she had gone for lunch there, and the boyfriend said, my mom is looking for somebody to work for her, and if you hear of anyone who would like to work in a property consultancy, please let us know. And yeah, so that just went like that. So one day she came and she asked me, by the way, Roba, you are not doing anything now, and you feel I always see you frustrated with these applications. And she said, now my boyfriend says that there's a vacancy somewhere, but it's a property.
So there's an opportunity for you, yet you're not in that space.
But I'm not in that space. Yes,
that's not what you're looking for.
Yes, that's not what I was looking for.
Yeah.
But she said, no, it's nothing much, and they say that they really don't want somebody who they will train you, so you don't have to worry. You will start lower, you will just help in the office, you will do what kind of thing, and for as long as they're paying you. I mean, Robert, why are you worried? So I said, okay, well, let me take it, because anyway,
you're already frustrated on this.
I'm already frustrated. I'm not getting, and I did not like what I was doing there, despite that's what
you wanted to do.
So she said, okay, and then the next day she calls me. She says, oh, by the way, let's call her mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Mother-in-law said, because they already knew me. They were already hearing about Robert, this kind of thing. He's a nice guy, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let me not blow my trumpet. And so they said, okay, well, Robert, if Robert is ready, that's the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
If Robert is ready, even tomorrow, he can come.
Awesome.
So I said, no, not tomorrow. Maybe I can't remember the date, but I did not take it immediately like they wanted me to do it, because I also needed to go back and tell the other people that, listen, you can't just live like that.
Yeah, true.
Normally the
professional.
Yes.
What is it called? What period? Notice period or something.
Yeah. Or even just courtesy to tell people, listen, guys, I'm leaving. Yeah. So I did that. Then time came, went to this office. Actually, the owner of the business was a British man.
Yeah.
But she was married to this lady who was now, we'll again call her mother-in-law. Mm-hmm. But the owner of the business was a British man, very strict. We actually used to call him Kaburu. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, I started there.
Awesome.
And it started just starting easy, like you're being trained, like you're working some small jobs and blah, blah, blah. And then eventually they look at mine and they say, wow, I think you should literally step in and start working, go to the field. Because the main thing was the field then.
Yeah.
Go to the field because the main thing with property was how you can talk to clients.
Yeah.
How
Convince
you can
them,
you can attract
them on board,
because of the way you talk, the way you
Present
introduce
yourself,
any like a property, you say, okay, there's this, the way you do it.
Yeah.
They liked it and they said, well, Robert, you can do it.
Yeah.
So why don't you be going with so and so for field?
Yeah.
We used to call
so
it
an
field.
apprentice at that point in time.
And you train from there, and then I started.
Yeah.
And I became good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the funny thing with this business is that it is very easy for you to get out and start your own. Mm-hmm. Because while you are in the field, you
have contact at the
yes,
direct to you because they only call you.
Yes. Yes.
They don't call the other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And especially when a client meets you and
you have a rapport.
Yeah, and you have a rapport, and next time he's calling or she's calling, she will insist. I
need to
no,
speak to
can I speak to Robert?
Yeah.
And they would say, no, Robert is not here.
Can we give
but
you
so and so is here. No, you tell Robert to call me back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So that is because of the way
you interact with
the way you interacted, the way you handle the whole thing, and your advice.
Yeah.
They also look at how you advise because that's why it's called the property consultancy. You're supposed to even advise when a client is on the other side or feels that this is better, and you convince the client to say that this is better because of this and this and this, and the client says, "Wow, oh, okay."
I hadn't seen that side of the
yes,
story.
Yes. So so that's how I started, and I worked there.
Okay. So Mr. Robert has brought up several things that are very key and things that are normally happening. Well, one thing he mentioned is he did a certain course expecting to work directly to that, but that wasn't
it didn't align with what he wanted.
Didn't regularly align, and this is something a lot of people are going through. Umefanya marketing or you did actuarial science, and now there's no actuarial science opportunities. Now you have to refocus your thinking and to do something else. So how did you manage to bring it out
as your passion?
To go away okay, I did this, but since this is not working, let me just reconfigure myself and take something else, because most people will, as much as they're eating here, they'll still want to do something about ticketing. Have you gone back to doing anything about ticketing, you left ticketing at that?
Actually, while I was now working for this property consultancy firm, I got called for a job, ticketing job now. I got the letter.
What you'd always been wishing for.
Yes.
Everything you've been wanting.
I got the letter, and actually my mom called me when I was at work, and she said, "Listen, you've got a letter here. You've been called for a job." I said, "Really? Where?" And the company was one of the ones that I really would have wanted to work for. And I was like, what? So I said, okay, hold it on there. I will come and see the letter when I come back home. And so I looked at it, and I was like, wow, this would be nice.
Yeah.
Although I had worked in another, and it wasn't very interesting for me then. But this company, I knew it. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind working there. Not at all. I liked it, and they were good pairs. It's something that I've always
well.
Yes. So I went back to my current office and I told my boss, listen, I think I may not be here for long. I will finish what I have to finish now, but I'm going. I said, what, why? And I said, I've always wanted to do this kind of job that I've been called for. And now I've gotten an opportunity. I said, she said, don't you think you want to think about it? And I said, actually also, because she was mtu mzima. Na umri wake. So I thought, actually that is wise. Maybe I should think about it. So yes, I thought about it. I sat down, took my time, thought about it. The contact on the other person, on the other line, which is ticketing, called me, and I gave an excuse so that I could have time to think through. Yeah. So then it was wise for me to think through, and then I dropped it.
So I eventually dropped it.
This is why it becomes interesting. So what were your reasons to dropping your passion to what you it's like
developed a new passion?
You already developed a new passion, and you already have guidance through your current boss, and there's a new position that is coming in. You said it's paying well, it has all the perks and everything. What made your decision to drop this over this?
First is I was liking where I was working. Second, these people, I don't know for what reason, but they treated me so well. They treated me like family. And that made it very attractive. You know, it's like you already know them.
They're already paying you well.
They weren't really paying me well, but I was somehow comfortable. Because by then I was still living in my mom's house.
So they could have a lot of expenditure.
So I had no reason to, and I did not know of money, as into money, as into, now I'm earning, I want to do this and this and this. I just knew I'm working, going back home, living at my mom's place.
You have a salary at the end of the month, which is comfortable.
So I was just okay. I still did not know that unaweza pata do, and then now you are up there. So it was okay. So I said it's okay. I'm going to stay here. And anyway, I was getting attracted to the property line now. It got a bit interesting, and I was like, okay.
You're getting into the technical part of it.
Yes, and you're getting to appreciate it, and you're getting to learn. This is a good line. And I also noticed that actually, you can make money even without being employed here, which is true. Which is true. You do not need to be employed to make money when it comes to property. Business. You do not need to depend on employment. No. So that attracted me.
So there's something else again. I mentioned a few things. So there's something else I noticed, and I've always wanted to know, coming from Ocha, coming to Nairobi, do you think that you got an advantage having been raised in Nairobi all through? Do you think it's an advantage compared to someone who was in the rural area? Let's say you guys wanted to do the same thing, you guys were going for the same kind of business. Do you think you being in Nairobi gave you an edge in any particular way compared to anyone else?
As into the business that I now...
the business currently that you're in, or even to the, let's say into you being you, Roba, in the business that you're in right now?
I really don't think so. But yes, definitely, there are definitely some advantages. These are two different ways of life, and advantage and disadvantages. I would not say that I got as advantaged than somebody who was in the village. The only thing I would say that would be an advantage to me then was that either I now knew people or my parents knew people. So it would be easy for them to say, my son is looking for a job.
Referral.
Yes, referral. Or now you've got, because by then now I had friends, and thank God again. Your question comes right because I've lived in Nairobi, so I also know friends who their parents are. So sometimes a chat would just come out, maybe in their own family, and they say, oh, by the way, Nani's son just finished school and is looking for something. Why don't you ask him to come and be doing something in my office?
So in short, you're saying it's an advantage.
It is an advantage. It is an advantage.
Yeah, because if let's say I'm assuming I'm from the rural area. First of all, probably I'm not exposed to some of the things that you've been exposed to in regards to, like you, for example, the people your surroundings, what you've seen through life and as compared to them. Nimezoea kuchunga ng'ombe na mbuzi. Umezoea like going to the malls and all that. So you already have an advantage over me.
From the start, you have to catch up with malls.
I have to be mesmerized, man. What? This is a building. The biggest, maybe in 2-story, 1-story. I don't know if you get me. Like
I get you. Yeah. I don't know if that was what you're looking for when you're asking that question.
Not really. But the other meaning is what.
But listen, I have a story, a short story. I'm going to make it very short, which is just exactly what your question was.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a cousin. Then he used to live in Shags.
Yeah.
So he finished school. And when he finished school, his dad asked my dad to get him something to do in Nairobi, because he was like, this guy is going to get wasted here. He's finished school. Why don't you get him something? And when I said, okay, fine. And he said, can he come? And those days, by the way, our parents lived differently.
Yeah.
They were more welcoming.
Yeah.
They had a son to the sister.
Yeah. And so on and so forth.
To the uncle. They come to live in the house until you people start sleeping in the living room. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know whether that happened to you guys. Yeah. Like your parents are so welcoming. They invite people in the neighborhood. People are like, hey, wale watu wako wengi. Yeah. So that happened. So he asked for that, and my dad said, okay, not a problem. Let the guy come.
Yeah.
So the guy came. And my dad fixed him a job.
Yeah.
It didn't even last, actually.
Yeah.
I think I looked for a job longer than he did.
Yeah.
But anyway, for him, he was not looking at it for something.
Yeah.
He wasn't looking for anything specific.
He was not looking at it.
He was open to anything.
He was open to anything. Yeah. So anyway, my dad fixed him a job. And he went and he started working. Now he got excited.
Yeah.
And he said, no, I think I should move out.
Yeah.
My dad said, oh, really? Are you sure you want to move out?
Well already?
He said, yeah, but I'm earning. Yeah. So my dad told my mom, why don't you help him to get some stuff? And he did it very fast. Got his first salary. He asked my mom, what can I buy first? He got. And he went to, I can't remember what estate that was, but it was those estates that people are not privileged.
Yeah.
I think it must have been a Mabati house or something. I don't know whether it was Kibera. I don't know, somewhere. Now I can't remember.
Yeah.
But there was, the way there are so many.
Yeah.
The houses are so many and they are so much together.
Yeah.
Yes. So even walking to your house, unapita kwa zile manini.
Sewage.
By 6.
Alafu ndo ufike. But he was okay with that.
Yeah.
He said, amazing. I want to start my life. So one day akataka job anaenda home. Hizo nyumba unajua zinafanana. Mse alitafuta hao.
How do these people by then know your houses? Because that place looks the same.
So congested and
so
similar.
And they're all similar.
Yeah.
So he looked for the house until he couldn't find his house.
Wow.
So he came back home. So when he came back home,
already,
my mom is like,
already.
But you know, what's wrong with you?
Umetoka tu jana.
Why are you coming at this time? Asema no, auntie, imagine nimetafuta hao yangu sijapata. What do you mean hujapata nyumba? You already living there. Sema no, sasa unajua nilienda late. So siwezi jua nyumba, nimetafuta nyumba sijapata. So my mom really laughed. And my mom now is giving us the story of what has happened to him. Then we are all asked, how do we help this guy? Then one of my brothers, who was very cheeky and very naughty, he said, so nani aweke bendera kwa yake? Sasa weke bendera hapo juu.
Akiangalia hivi juu.
So we really laughed. And yes, so the guy found a way
to sort himself out.
To sort himself so that he's able
to identify it.
To identify how.
So that's what he did.
I don't know whether he put
a different mechanism.
He just found another different way, but he knows how to.
Yes. Okay. So your question, that's why it's coming of that kind of. That's what people from shags sometimes would go through. Yeah. Because they can't afford to. Yes, they've got a job. They're excited. But they can't start from an advantage
point of view.
Yes.
I get you. I get where you're coming from.
So maybe that's maybe
to answer him.
Advantage on when you say that the difference of Mtula metoka Ocha na Mtula metoka Nairobi. Yes, that could be.
Then my third one ya mwisho sasa.
No worries.
Mr. Ru actually niko na moja ya mwisho ya Robert. So Robert, there's something else you've also mentioned about now this touches up more about the job, whereby the fact that he's in field, he's able to get other opportunities. So, and I think this is a situation a lot of startups are going through, whereby you employ people to come work with you, then they get in and they already know the idea, they also want to go and set up their shop. I know that right now that you're doing your business. How are you ensuring that you're able to have your team intact and not necessarily dilute the service across, so that Roba as the brand, your company as the brand remains the brand, and as much as maybe your employee will go out there do something else different, they're not able to steal the brand that comes with Roba.
Or rather, like maybe just to rephrase, you have a very experienced team of, let's say, 5 people that are working under you, and your business is doing so well and everything because of your team. And then one of them drops off, and then something, you have now to start afresh. Just in the same what's the word? Anyway, in the same vile tu ulitoka, just for lack of word, ulitoka ukaacha this mzungu lady.
Yes.
Ukaenda kuanzisha yako. It means that you left a big gap to be filled behind. You living with, say, whatever number of customers that you left with. I don't know if that's a correct.
So how are you currently protecting? How would you advise maybe the current business owners to protect their businesses in such a way that they're not losing their customers to their?
You just
Mshande might not be it. Mshande might not be it, but anyway.
It is not that the fact that it's a business whereby you can make your money without being employed. It is not as easy as said. It is just an advantage that as you work, you might get those lines of being advantaged. But somebody said that anyone who has a business who never went through employment mostly go through a lot of mistakes. And so even with this kind of business, your team that you have, as much as, because there's most of them, they start with you. Like I started with, so there's quite a bit of classes. And when I say classes, not physical classes, you're just been
transitioning yourself,
exactly, like you're going through training without you knowing that you are actually
being trained.
So even these people, by the time I go to Kasemet, oh, by the way,
Naweza fungua biashara.
And it's also not easy to open it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not easy to open it.
Yeah,
so for somebody to go, it will have taken time. The disadvantage of mtu kutoka is normally because you really count when you have trained somebody.
Investor.
Because you have literally invested, yes, in this person. And he's actually now making money for you. So the disadvantage is that huyo mtu akitoka wagamwacha gap. Lakini si rahisi kwa mtu kutoka. Yeah, because even for you to get clients, first you must be well known now. Yeah.
You must have been there for some time.
So you are well known. These clients know you. Those who are looking, those who are looking to, let's talk about management. Yeah. No one can just give you his property to manage na kujui, because it's a very sensitive thing. You're handling this guy's properties. At that point you might even be handling the funds. So no one can just pick you from the blue.
There are trust issues as well.
Yes. So it's not very easy for somebody to just come out and say, oh, because it's I met this client and I quickly rented that house, because renting is very easy. Yeah, and you make that money. So somebody who is not well advised would think that I could come out and do that. It's not as easy. Yes. So going out is not as easy, and for anyone to go out while his mind and is all set and ready is somebody who's been there for a long time. He's been there. He's done it. Yeah.
Okay.
So going out isn't that
Not
easy. It's not.
easy.
It's not that when I say that it's something that you can do without. It is because you will have done it. You know what to do. When to do it.
You have expertise.
So that's a period of time for you to live. Yes.
Okay. I think just to take you back now to your sort of space. You're a property consultant. What does a property consultant do? What do they specialize in?
Unajua mimi ningefikiria tu caretaker na like very nikiambiwa property consultant, first thing ingekuja kichangu ni caretaker na agent. I just saw caretaker na agent. Those are the only two people.
Yeah, because you're discussing about property consultancy, but you're not like really,
understood what it's all
exactly,
about.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a wide
scope.
Yeah, a wide kind of scope, and you actually can choose. That's why you straight away went to caretaker.
Caretaker na nini? Na caretaker na agents.
Yeah.
Those are the only two people most of the time you interact with when you are in a residential
situation.
Yeah.
Hata kwa ofisi. Ni agent
na
caretaker.
Yeah, so it handles this part of caretaking. Yeah.
So brings me back to the caretaker memoka.
Yes. So iko hapo iko kwa those things like guards. Iko bado hapo because it's still under the property.
Yes.
Iko kwa when you want to do valuation of property.
Yeah.
Iko kwa selling property. If somebody wants to sell, iko kwa buying, iko kwa letting, like you want to let your property, and iko kwa management. So wewe ukiingia kwa hii business, because I've got quite a bit of my friends who actually were under me when I was employed, and they were like caretakers. Then they noticed that this nini iko na bill, so wakatoka wakaanza not even to manage. They can't because I've spoken to quite a bit of them. They can't do management. What they can do is kutembeaga akiona nyumba empty and I get contacts za landlord.
Alafu kucharge kuiona.
Now that's how cheap it gets.
Yeah.
But I've always been telling my clients, if any agent charges you for viewing, then you should just know that you are not dealing with a professional.
Yeah.
With the person you're dealing with is a person who is just showing you a house, doing nyumba, eco vacant. So if you want to take it, yes.
Yeah.
But now if you come to a professional person, I don't just come and show you a house. I ask you questions. Yeah? Where do you want to live? What kind of house do you want to live in? What kind of family do you have?
What animals are you?
Exactly. Do you have pets?
Yeah.
You know, there's so many questions. Yes.
What's your budget?
Yes. Yeah. Then before I even take you, I will have gone through my nini and say this guy
fits this.
Anafakwa Malkamapa. For example, right now we have a lot of apartments that have come up, upmarket.
Yeah.
There are a lot until those who are living in upmarket are getting worried. But now they are doing this purposely done for Airbnbs. So they've got quite a bit of people who come in and guests who come in and out. So let's say you come to me and you tell me, Roberts, whatever, I'm looking for a property to buy, and I'm not looking for anything big. I'm looking for something small, and I want to buy. I don't want to rent.
Yeah.
So you must ask questions.
Yeah.
Why are you buying? Because I will look at you. I will look at your age. I will look at what kind of person, the way you appear in front of my desk, the way you appear. I will ask you, why do you want to buy a one-bedroom apartment? Yeah. Then you will explain yourself. Once you explain yourself, then at least I know who you are, what kind of life you live, and I know where you'd want to live. If you buy the property because we're mtu wa umri wa makamu, you've maybe retired.
Ndio umri wa makamu.
Sasa Kiswahili au kuipata mahali wewe.
Mimi na jamaa kama ni uko kwa koti kama ni.
Sasa nishakuuliza, ushaniambia kwa nini unataka one bedroom ama two bedroom? Nikajua huyu ni mtu anataka kija Nairobi,
yuko na place ya
kuishi. Lakini huyu pia ni mtu wa familia, amelea familia yake. So where he's come from is a family setup, there's respect, there's this kind of thing. So you are not going to take this person to some apartment that has got 58 Airbnbs. And different people coming in and out and drama and that kind of thing. So then now you know your client. Who is your client? Because you must know your client. This you will not get from Jokali agency.
They'll take you anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah, they'll just tell you, apale juu kuna apartment.
But this squeezy, and I think it's a trend. There's a lot of those Jokali whereby you
there
can
so
go
many.
to TikTok, all these socials, you'll
There
get
are so many.
Viewings, you get 1,000 bob per house.
Yes.
And
Per view.
unapata, sometimes you even have to wanakwambia you pay upfront. You haven't seen any house.
Exactly.
They go show you
actually,
bogus
they'll
houses.
tell you to pay upfront before wakuonyeshe. And then the other thing you will notice, they have some small boards that they cut, hata kama kaboard hivi. Wanaandika ni alafu they stick on mamiti kwa estate. You know? Then you just know you are dealing with and you can even be dealing with a con.
Yeah, true. Most of the time.
Actually, most of the time.
Yes. So so that's the difference between a proper
property,
a proper
and a
proper property agency and let me use the polite word is a freelance a freelance
property consultant.
property agent,
not consultant.
Yeah, that's not a consultancy firm. It's just an agent who is helping you find a house.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Actually, anafanya one aspect of property management.
Yes.
Anafanya a specific unit
And most of them, that's what they do. All they do ni kutafutia tu nyumba.
Hama, anachukua contract.
So wewe utamlipa,
alafu alipe landlord.
Alafu landlord pia baada atamlipa. Wewe unamlipa kwa sababu amekuonyesha nyumba.
Landlord anamlipa juu anamletea mteja.
Na yule anamlipa kwa sababu ameleta mteja. Sasa place au pata do ni ile hasa landlord akimlipa. Hii nyingine wanakucharge it's just so that asifeel ni kama amefanya kazi yake, because unajua pia wanaonyesha manyumba mingi sana. So you can imagine uonyeshe nyumba alafu utoke bila kitu. So that's why they charge that. But I keep telling people who are decent people who are ni watu na heshima zao, to avoid this kind of nini, because that's where you'll get conmen. That you will be charged for seeing, like you've seen like about 5 houses, you will pay for that fee unnecessarily. You really don't need to pay for.
Yeah. So assuming mini client, not client, but like natafuta nyumba, nimekuja kwako, nimepata ofisi zako ziko mahali fulani, tumepatana, nataka kuona nyumba 3BR, niko na familia yangu, for example, maybe 2 kids, wife, na help. Do I get to see the house first, agree on terms and everything, then pay upon mimi kuingia? Am I agreeing to? What's the process like?
You first must see the house.
Yeah.
And actually sometimes you get a client, because sometimes we put our boards out in the properties,
Yeah.
And somebody comes and calls you and says, I have seen this board here, I've seen you've got a house here, I am interested.
Yeah.
The first thing we will tell you, have you seen the house? Because some people just wanaangalia area. Alafu anaona board anasema no, I want this house. Yeah. So then we will tell you no. If the keys are not there, then you will have to book an appointment to see the house first. You must see the house. We are not charging you to see the house. Yeah. So you must see the house first before anything else. Because you might say that umeona board, alafu ukikuja upate hiyo nyumba iko na wall ingine place ingine hapo iko sijui aje, and then you're like, this can't work for me, you know.
Or ushalipa.
Na wewe ushalipa. Unaona? This is setup of the house that mtu mwenyewe ndiye anaishi kwa nyumba, yeye mwenyewe ndiye anaweza kuikubali the setup vile nyumba iko. So we always say look at the house. Ama unaweza ingia kwa nyumba, wewe ushalipa, alafu una notice kuna kogana pump juu. Hizi pump zinasabu watu wale wako chini. Wewe sasa ile unataka kulala, sasa hiyo ndo wamewasha pump. And then you say, no, this is not what I wanted. You've already paid.
Yeah.
You've moved in. Yeah. You did not know.
Yeah.
So these are the things that you're supposed to
inquire about,
to be taken through
before
you say, okay,
you sign here,
I am taking the house.
So assuming you may sign, do I pay a percentage of the rent, or how does it work with you? As I mean, against.
It's just first of all, there's a form that you're supposed to fill. This gives us your details, and it also gives us how you want. Yes, you want to live for this period of time, this kind of thing. It will also show the status of the house before you move in. So if the house has not been prepared, then on that form we are going to say, it's going to take us this period of time to prepare the house. We call it redecorating. It's going to take us this time. And you can come and say, no, you're taking too long. I want to move in faster, earlier than that, because of where I'm living, I have to leave. Notice. So then you negotiate.
Yeah.
You negotiate with the client, and you say, and you come to a nani and you say, okay, fine. We are going to make sure that the fundis do this as fast as possible. But because you are moving at this time of the month, we are going to calculate this and this and this. Then before that, we'll have already told you, this house will normally take 2 months deposit. Or this house is 2 months or 5 months deposit, or 1 month deposit, you know. So whatever we agree. So by the time you are signing the tenancy agreement,
everything is clear.
Everything is done. You've signed. You've done the payment. That's when we can say that this is now our client. Yeah.
Na hii story, there's something else you brought up. History ya deposit. There's been a lot of issues around hii depo. We've even had people wanatolewa milango because landlord amekata. Okay, ama ni watu wameharibu hao because landlord amekata kurudisha deposit. Wengine they have refused to pay the last rent because the landlord has the deposit. I don't know how the property management now comes in to bridge that gap between because I'm assuming that some landlords are not professionals as well.
Yeah, true.
And there are also some tenants.
That's
who are
why
not
they they need us
as
Yeah,
professional
true.
as well.
because unapata msee amesema nataka kutoka, but then the landlord refuses to remit the
deposit.
Yeah.
because of certain, some silly reasoning, maybe sink ilikuwa na shida, so unamwambia either nitengeze alafu nirudishe yangu ama, but then in between unapata msee. I have a friend mpaka sahi, I think ali move out last year mid, na mpaka sahi mpaka leo apeleka kwa koti, jarudishwanga rent nini deposit yake ya 2 months, which is about 80k. Because alikuwa alipa 40, so alikuwa amelipa 3 months, alikuwa amelipa hiyo deposit. So wakasema hawajamrudishia deposit mpaka sahi. They've gone to court, bado hiyo story iko kwa koti. How do we then avoid such situations?
Now, I think I'd mentioned to you this before, when we had met before, that there is quite a big difference of where these properties are. You cannot compare a property in Kitisuru to a property in Kawangware. Or you cannot compare a property in Kitusuru and you want to compare it to a property in Umoja. These are two different parts of the areas and the way of living. So it's even the handling of between you and the landlord and your agency is different.
So tunasema Umoja hakuna agencies huko, tumeona landlord
Wako, but the way they handle this kind of business is different. I will give you an example. I think I told you before that we only deal with upmarket.
Yeah.
And not that we have not dealt with the other kind of market. We have, and we give them out because of the difference. The difference is a part between the two kind of
Black and white.
Yes. So one thing that personally I can never stand is when a landlord tells you that I want a deposit for water. This water is a council water. Why am I paying deposit to you?
for it.
Yeah. So personally, I feel that there should be some certain kind of an arrangement for this kind of things, like deposit for water, that kind of thing. That side is where you notice that the landlord can come and either remove a door,
Most of the time they go.
I'll give you an example.
or put a padlock.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. Atakufungia stima,
Ataanza na kufunga stima,
afunge maji.
Yes.
Na hizo zote maji ni ya city council, like you said.
Yes.
Stima ni ya KPLC.
Exactly.
So why is it now you're being frustrated?
They're actually denying you some privileges
yeah.
because of not
Exactly.
paying rent.
But you see, the other that's why I'm telling you, the difference are it calls for a professional person in this field to spell out the differences. But I will tell you something that you see in that area, those people are not as well informed. They don't know their rights. A landlord has got no right to turn off your lights. And do you know that you can make money out of that from the landlord? If you take him to court, you can actually sue him and you will make money out of that. A landlord is not allowed to kufungia maji.
Move to class.
Nimeanza kushika na mimi venye nimesumbwana na landlords huko nyuma.
You can actually go to court. But because they don't know, they deal with them, and the landlords also deal with them in the best way they feel is okay, out of ignorance. You see, such kind of things cannot happen in upmarket. How will even the landlord, in what way is he coming to switch off your light? This is Kenya Power service. You're supposed to be dealing with Kenya Power. And there is a way for either an agency or the landlord to monitor that these utilities are paid. But you do not need to go and switch off the tenancy. And if you do, and the tenant is chalak enough, well, he can take you to court, and by the way, he can make money out of it. Yeah. They just don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're learning. Mmesikia ama viewers?
Washitaki landlord.
Inalingana na unaishi. Like if you're living uptown, unajua, I mean, you already have the agencies taking care of you. But kama unaishi sides zingine, let's say Eastlands and the likes, please, this is your show. Listen to the expert explaining to us about this very interesting story.
So this thing of kukalia deposit, the last month. Unajua kuna...
So tuseme tuko na 5 months deposit.
Yeah. Because most of the time...
And what determines the 5 months or what determines the 1 month?
It is, the deposit, it's actually about the property. Normally, these landlords dictate. And ideally, if it is somebody who is considering the client or the tenant, it should be something that you put according to the status of the property, what you have put in the property, what you think is vulnerable. Let me use the word vulnerable. That if the tenant breaks,
you can use that deposit to recover.
Yes, or you are able to put it back without
necessarily going back to the...
Yes. And one thing, this thing of people or tenants saying that I'm going to use my deposit for this particular month, it is not. A deposit is not to be used for that purpose. Deposit must be strictly refunded or charged. You can either charge a deposit or you can refund. But this thing of I'm going to use this for the next month, it shouldn't be. But if you agree with the landlord,
depends on
because sometimes the landlord ana hiyo do, and ataki kuvuta.
So it's a gentleman's agreement.
Yes. Anasema sawa. You use that deposit for the next month. But the reason why I'm saying this should never be treated in that way is because you will allow the tenant to use the deposit for a certain month. Then the tenant goes. Then you come to the house.
Then it is in shambles.
Then leave alone shambles, because maybe you looked at the house before
agreeing to
that. And you said, okay, the house is okay. Well, that's okay. Where you use it. Use that month, that's deposit for this particular month. But then you come back and you realize this guy has not been paying utilities. Yes. And what they do is that whenever the power guy comes, they tip him. And then you realize you've got arrears on a steamer, maji, or you realize there's some service there that is normally paid by the tenant. And because you do not follow up, you don't know. So once the tenant leaves, then you're told, this guy has not paid for security. For how long? Almost 4 months. He has not paid for security.
Which is equivalent to his rent or something like that.
Yes. So this puts you in a tricky position with the service providers there. Puts you in a tricky position with utility providers. You still have to go back to your pocket. You realize that when you saw the house, maybe you came in the evening. You did not see the name. Then you realize this house must be painted. No one is taking this house in this state.
In this condition it is.
Yes. Or you go and open male pale kuna kuwa na
drawers. And
then you realize, oh my goodness, zinabaki kwa mkono yako. You know?
Walikuwa wamerudisha tu carefully for you.
Some of them walikuwa wamezitoa, like Nigerians, what they do, they toa those things, they fix that to their own. Yes, wanaifanya. Sasa siku ile wanatoka, kumbe hizo vitu walienda wakaziweka mahali, zimepata vumbi, zimevunjika na nini. Then you realize, what happened to this wardrobe? What happened to the mirror that was here? You know? These are things that you can only see once the house is vacant. So the best thing, this is normally supposed to be a thing that you look at once the house is vacant. Then you tell the tenant, listen, I know I have your deposit. There is this and this and this that might be charged. You might even find that the deposit is less. It cannot even... So the advantage that you have is that at least you have something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Than
As opposed to the person who lets the
so
tenant,
the deposit thing should never be used in that manner. It should be strictly refunded or charged.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then the other thing about not even the deposit per se. I was trying to look at it differently.
Failing to pay?
Failing to?
To pay the rent.
Yeah, you like, let's say you fail to pay the rent, and now is the landlord allowed to come and pick your items as needed
Or
for
bring in
rent?
auctioneer.
Yes.
That's allowed.
Yes, he's allowed, but it has to take its course. When I say it has to take its course, is that you need to go to court. You need to say that my tenant has not paid me for this period of time, and I want to attach.
His property.
Yes,
or their
and the
property
court might give it. It's normally not a long process. If it is urgent, you just ask your lawyer to make it as a matter of urgency, and the auctioneers are given
Go ahead.
a go ahead. They come, and so yes,
You've
they
mentioned
are
something
allowed.
very, very, very key. There's a case where landlords just come up and slap with an auctioneer's. The auctioneer is just okay. Maybe you have a notice. You've probably skipped rent for a month or two. You probably have an understanding which you've not fulfilled. And then the landlord comes over and says, you'll be dealing with the auctioneer directly because now you need to recover my money. So the auctioneers come and they check everything. Are they allowed to even come in and check whatever is in the house, write them down, then leave you a copy and then give you
That must be done.
which is okay. But then you mentioned something to do with court.
Yes.
In this case, there's no court. This is just direct from the landlord to the auctioneers. So there's a process that has been skipped in between, or what happens?
For auction to be done, it must pass through that process.
The court process.
Yeah.
So if it's not through the court, it is illegal.
So let's say today the landlord just decides to go get Moffat and Sons auctioneers to come and auction Mr. Ruben. Is it possible? Like
For any auction to be done, there's a process. You don't just wake up.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't just wake up. There's a process for any auction. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's normally a notice, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even
There's
when you
several
want
notices.
to even when you want to auction fast, there are notices first. Yeah.
Which is fine. The notices and the auctioneers coming over and doing their due diligence and everything, that I think is in general public knowledge. The only part which you've mentioned, which is very key to our viewers and to ourselves, is that there's a court process that has to take place.
Yes, that has to take place before they even come and attach. Because you know what they're doing? They're attaching your property. Yeah, they could attach your furniture, or they could come to literally attach
Everything in the house.
No, a property itself. You know, sometimes the house is yours. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This thing of auctioneers it doesn't only happen in a tenant and a landlord thing. It happens in
Vehicles and all
yeah,
that.
in everything. You
Land.
notice that even in the county council thing, if there's some things that if you don't pay, like you notice sometimes they give notice rates. Wala hawajalipa rates. We are going to come and attach or clamp. They even use the word clamp. Clamp means they literally come. Let's say ni shop ukotao. You've not been paying rates. They will just come, notify the tenants, but first they will give you notice. This must have been a notice which you've been having. Either you've ignored or you have no way to deal with it. So the point comes where the auctioneers come. So they have an option. They can say, okay, these tenants now, this house has been
Put under
and whatever they have their own terms, and they will say, now listen, you will pay rent to us. You are not allowed to pay
to the
landlord anymore. But you see, what kind of nene would that be if you have not gone to court?
The process has to be
Yes, that first process, the initial process must take place, must be documented. Everyone must have copies. Everyone must be aware.
So you must have a court order telling you, ordering you to this notice, or rather telling you that there's a notice from the auctioneer.
Yes, this and this is going to happen if you don't do this and this.
By this time.
By this time, yeah.
Okay. Then this deposit thing, is it, why is it that it's normally the same as amount as rent? Is it, ni lazima ikuwe hivyo, ama how do they come up with these deposits? Because you mentioned something about deposit being, you have to look at the valuables and how much maybe it will cost you
investment and all that.
Yeah. Does it always have to be the same amount? Because
So
most
rent ni
zinakuanga-
50k, deposit ni 50k.
Yeah.
Why is
Mbona
it-
isikuwe rent ni 50, deposit ni 30, ama rent like,
What is
what's
it
the
equivalent
criteria?
to the rent?
This deposit must not necessarily be equivalent to the rent. Not necessarily. Ideally, it should be
A percentage.
according to the value, because it's a deposit in case. It's supposed to be according to the value. So I don't know. I came into this business, well, deposit was paid like that. So yeah, so we are used to the deposit being equivalent.
So it's more of a cultural thing.
Yes, it's it's set. It already set its precedence. Yeah. So and we are
You
people
adopted it.
who adapt. So we adapted to it. But if you ask me, you can be living in a property which is of more value.
Than
The
what you're
landlord
paying.
has actually a right to ask for
a
higher deposit. And especially when he thinks that the things that are here are venerable. And
So when you say the things, this is an open house. You're talking about the fittings, all that. That is what now.
there are so many things you look at.
Yeah.
You can look at things like, you see, like upmarkets. Sai, most of them ziko na vitu kama solar system, showers, and that kind of thing, you know. So let me tell you, a tenant has told you that, okay, amekupatia notice, mi naenda nini. The tenant may have been, let me use the word, may have been a good person, a good tenant for that matter. And then you tell the tenant, okay, so no, I know you're a good person, blah, blah, blah. Listen, yes, go ahead and use your deposit for the next month. Yeah? So that means umeshapeana your deposit. Yeah? Then, when you come, there are things that there is no way you will know that they are not in the right status. The only person who would know is the tenant, and you would know once the tenant is out. Because they're small things. Like, let's say that the solar heating system, if it's not working, do you know how much you need to? And it depends with how bad it is. And how much it is to install such kind of a thing, you know? We look at things like electric fencing. Maybe you've got some freestand electric fencing. And the tenant has always told you, no, everything is okay. Actually, just the other day, there's a monkey came and then the electric so yeah, so it's working. Then you realize
it's not working.
It's not working.
Yeah, the quotation from the fundi to repair it is up there.
You have a generator.
Yeah, backup.
How would you know? It's only the tenant who would tell you if it's working or it's not working. Yes. So sometimes you've agreed with the tenant, and then sala unakuja, you realize fixing these things is now going to cost you like about 1 point something, or maybe in any case maybe 200 and 300 something. Yet you have a deposit of 50,000 because the house is 50,000 shillings. You understand?
Yeah.
Or the house is 100,000. So you have a deposit of 100,000. What you want to fix
is 1 point.
Is way more. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
how do you then cover yourself through such situations with tenants in that kind of space?
Is there like an insurance or
like? Yeah. By the way, do you have insurance for that? Because
insurance is normally. For the building is normally for the landlord, yeah? The landlord pays insurance.
Yes, I'm saying I have to part with the 1 point something to repair this property because of the mistakes of the tenant, or
the
rather,
tenant, yeah.
you know, and the value of the deposit is not equivalent to what I'm going to put in. So I have to go back to my pocket. That's why maybe we're asking, does then insurance come in to support that, or it has to always
But that
come
is
to-
only if you insured for that. Yeah, for that, no. Insurance for the property is insurance for any
eventuality.
damage, let's say fire or that kind of thing. But something like
Damages and
a solar, that is damage, or unless you want to insure it. Again, depending with, because you see, when you call an insurer to come and insure your house, they're going to ask you questions again. What are we insuring? Yeah. So let's say you said, no, I'm only insuring the building. Against what? Against this and this and this. Yes.
So it will not cover some
yeah.
things.
So then when something comes up and you're told your whole solar system is not working, then you go to your insurers.
They're not
Insurance
paying.
says, but we never insured that. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
but this
insured
is
your
what you
property
insured for.
against fire.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you also have to declare like
You have to
specific
declare
items and-
everything depending with what you feel that should be insured. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The mentioned property consultant. So your property consultancy, is it mainly in terms of, you know, buildings, or it is open to other
No, any other thing, even land,
yeah
I told you before that when it comes to property, it doesn't mean that you've got some brick mortar and whatever, like this stone building. We've got properties now, container. You know, I do container, and it depends again with what you have put in it, what you're doing it for. Yeah, so you see all this, you might also need a professional's maybe just advice.
View.
You can say that I'm building a container house, I'm taking it to such a place, this is what I'm needing it for. Then your agent is supposed to look at where is it going to, what kind of weather is there, you know, this kind of things. Then they would advise you, not necessarily to come and literally give you the services, but to advise you. Yes, just advice. Or you take it to a place and then you build the container and you're told this is in the coast, and you took the container, you did not protect the container. So living in that house is a nightmare in Mombasa because you are in a container.
a boiler.
Yes, so you are then advised that, okay, listen, you are taking this in such a place.
Coastal place,
The,
which is
yeah,
nice,
the temperatures and are like this, so you need to do this and this and this for the comfort of
user.
whoever
The user.
is going to use it. Yeah.
What was the question I wanted to ask? Okay, we started the show. You introduced yourself and all that. We didn't mention about your company name, because maybe some of our viewers want to reach out to you and hear about more about.
If guys are looking for properties, I'm sure guys are looking for properties
they're looking
uptown
for-
and
yeah,
all
and
that.
it needs to be a genuine person that they're going out to. So I think maybe sell yourself about. I don't want even to mention them.
All right.
Yeah.
We go by the name Roberts Property Consultancy, and yes, we do property consultancy business. We mainly concentrate in management. We are professionals in management. So you're looking for somebody to manage your property? Yes, you got Roberts Properties.
Or if you're looking for properties as well, you can always reach out to Robert.
Yes,
Are you going to
yes.
sell or to buy?
Yeah, sell, buy,
manage.
manage, advise,
Yeah.
all this.
Yeah.
Even container houses.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
The container houses are interesting. Huh?
Yeah.
You know, me, I was of the idea, especially in Ocha, whereby we don't stay there like that much. Instead of going and pouring a lot of money, you can just put a bed sitter container.
It's not
somewhere you can always be going in, and
it's not as cheap as
probably not as cheap. But I wouldn't also want to build a very big house again.
You're right. Yeah, you can do that. It's a less hassle. Yeah. Because when you're doing a container house, you choose where your construction is going to be done. And when you are done, then you take it to
the desired spot.
To the place.
Yes. And you just offload it.
Yeah.
And you can also choose, I want to do it from there. And the beauty about it is that it is done and you enter.
And you can move it.
And you can move it as well.
In the future, if you need it.
If
you need to move.
Yeah. And it's very easy to do alterations. Yeah.
That is to design or
to redesign. Yeah. You decide that I don't want this bedroom here, so I want to do this and this so that this can be a study, or I want to make this a TV area or a cinema room, something like that. Very easy. Unlike having a brick and mortar whereby you have to
now break the whole
walls and that kind of thing. Yeah.
How long has Robert's Property Consultancy business been in now?
Oh my goodness.
In
wow.
existence? I
actually need to check, but we've been there.
Long, huh?
Yeah. We've been there for as long as we've been there for a long time.
20 plus?
Because we started the business in when? I think we started the business with President Kibaki.
Okay.
I think then, because I remember that when I was living, we were with the presidency of the late Moi, and we used to manage their properties. Yeah, and this, I think when Robert's Property was coming, maybe Kibaki was already in or something like that. Yeah.
Awesome. So that's quite some time.
It is.
30,
it is.
Yeah, 20, 20.
Yeah.
Close to 30.
Yeah. So I started the business when I was young. I don't want to spell my age.
But with the age comes wisdom.
So yes, I thank God.
Especially in this space.
Yeah.
Is there any advice you have for the young ones that are coming into your space?
Especially these ones that are currently doing only one part, the ones that we're calling Juakali. How can they also formalize their craft so that they're able to be like Roberts?
Yeah. First is they need to be trustworthy. Because when you go into management, your client must trust you. You're handling very sensitive documents. You are handling maybe very sensitive property.
Their money.
You are handling their finances. Well, let me tell you something funny in management. You will get a very unique, I'm looking for the right word. Let me use the word package, because they all come differently. You will get a client who is giving you, when you meet and when you sign your documents, he tells you, listen, I want you to manage for me these properties. I have this number of tenants. I have this number of services that needs to be paid. I have this kind of stuff. And I have, maybe I've got my relative who is living here. So he's just letting you know. But the main thing is, I want you to manage this property. So this guy pays this kind of rent. This one pays this kind of rent. This one pays this kind of rent. Then services are this and this and this. And so we also need to pay for that services. Then he tells you, okay, so now I've given you my account number. You've got my contacts. This money will be put in this account. Every time you recollect the money, you put into this account. Then the client goes and says, okay, the property is in your hands. I will trust that you will run it just as we have agreed. Yeah. Then as he goes, because I must tell you that our clientele, most of them are not in the country. So that's a very unique kind of an arrangement. While he is there, after some time, maybe sometimes even 1 year, sometimes even 2 months, sometimes then he comes back to you and he tells you, listen, I want a very big favor of you. I have a child who is special and is in this kind of place. And this, I always do this and this and this, or the mother does this and this and this, or I've got one of my sons who does this and this and this, but I want to change that arrangement. I want you to be always checking that his school fees is paid. I want you to check that his shopping is done and that kind of thing. And that is a favor I'm asking you. And why he's asking for this favor is because you are handling the funds. Yes. So all you need to do is to say, okay, end of the month, tunamweka hii kiasi fulani. But because we are supposed to do this and this and this, so now amekweka kwa
fix.
No, amekweka kwa sasa more accounting than is. Because you have to prove this is the amount
that came in.
This is the amount I paid to this special child. This and this, so unaweka. Then the next month, whoever takes care of the child tells you, oh, you know what happened? This and this and this happened, and we need this kind of money.
But it has to come from there.
It has to be paid. And sometimes this is an emergency. You have no time to call your client and tell your client, this and this has happened. So what does it put you into? You are actually doing another work out of what you are assigned to. You're assigned to. So it calls for a wise mind. It calls for a sober mind, because you need to know how to handle your client. Because if somebody else, they're going to come and tell you, you know what, these days we even take care of your child. So we want to charge you.
Charge you for that.
Yes. So you need to have a good mind to know that
So you're saying
huyu ni source is a good client. We make this kind of money
so it's sufficient
from him. He doesn't bother us. As much as he asks for favors, we still don't have any problem with him. And the thing, bottom line is anawapatia biashara. Sindio? So I'm not saying that this is what you're supposed to do. You yourself, you know your client. You should know how to handle your client. If you decide you want to charge this client for these services,
up to you.
No, you should know how to charge it. So that the client does not feel like, oh, he's taking advantage of me or something like that. Yeah. The client should feel like, oh, by the way, this guy has been doing this for a long time. And
let me just appreciate
it. So you find a way how to
get the appreciation.
To get the appreciation. Professionally. Exactly. Professionally, politely, and kindly. So that the client will actually appreciate what you do. Exactly. Because we go through that. And we've got clients who... I told you that we've been doing the outcast properties, those are Eastlands properties. And slowly by slowly we started removing them. But we find a way to do it with our clients. Because you can imagine when you're taking care of your client's house that is in Roslyn Laundry, and then he says, listen, I've got some properties in Umoja.
You cannot say no.
And I am getting headache from the people who are taking care of it. Can you kindly take care of it? Just write for me what you need and blah, 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 and please take it. So you must know how to get into this client, despite You see, for us, we used to take them because that's our profession. But as we go, we realize it's got more headache. You're dealing with 28 different kind of minds. Some of them, they've never even gotten an opportunity to just know that education is this and this. Lakini maisha imemweka anaishi hapo. So saa zingine unajaribu kumwelezea kitu anaona unanisho. Unanisho nini sasa? Unaona? So you can imagine you're dealing with those kind of menace. So you must also know how to and handle your
Manage,
client
the situations.
to say that, listen, this we can do it this way and this way and that way. So again, it goes to being polite and
Awesome.
and presentable to your client who is giving you business in Roslyn
run.
Laundry,
Yeah.
and then he's also telling you, I've got something in Donholm.
I'm a Dandora.
But anyway, for you to be there for that long, I'm sure it's really good, and you have to build that good relationship with
The
with
relationship
customers as
is
well.
important. Yes, the
Well,
relationship.
is there a case where you've said no to some situations?
Yes, we have.
Same person doing Roslyn and another one.
Yes,
the
we
same
have.
guy.
Yes, we have. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That you find a way how to handle it with your client
Yeah.
nicely,
Saying no
respectfully,
politely.
politely, and in a way that the client does not feel like you're running away from that. You are just separating the. I mean, once you're there, and you are wise enough, you know how to handle it. So let me just put it that you must know how to handle your client, regardless of the situation. And
Awesome. Maybe your parting shot as we come to a close of today's session. Your words of wisdom. Just for luck.
Make money. Definitely make money. I mean, you are not having a free life, so money must come. So make money, make it wisely, and
Rightfully.
yes, and also sometimes be polite to your clients. You know, sometimes you had in a Corona period where some landlords actually reduced rent.
Or even gave out 2 months, 1 month.
Exactly. So basically be nice, because these are clients you're dealing with. Ni mteja. So
Customer is always right.
You're making money. So sometimes also just say, a client can say, we have had situations where clients says, oh Robert, I think you charge me a lot of money. So, no, why do you think so? And then he explains. Then you say, okay, so what we do, we're going to give you this kind of discount. You yourself, you know very well, actually, you're not overcharging him. But maybe he's got a reason that he doesn't want to tell you. So he wants
to use
a discount. And because ni mteja, why would you decide to throw away your pesa yote?
Exactly.
Just be wise and say, okay, we're going to give you this percentage of discount. You've been an old client, and we've worked well, and that's a request you have done. We will do a discount. We'll officially get back to you.
Awesome.
Cost of managing a relationship.
And scaling up the business. That's been our show for today. I hope you've enjoyed the content that we've been, the wise words from Robert of Robert's Property Consultants. We will be putting down his contact details. You can always reach out to his social media pages, and I hope you enjoyed his words of wisdom, and we hope to have him again if you let us know in the comment section.
Especially let us know what you want to know about properties, so that next time Mr. Robert will...
What you didn't get to hear about. It's an open session, so we didn't really delve into everything that maybe you would have wanted us, as you would have wanted us to. But let's get to hear from you in the comment section. That's been our show for the day, Robert. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you very much for having me.
I've actually learned so much from this particular session.
Unasema unaenda kushtaki landlord. Nimeona Ruda akiandika tu chini landlord ako like
auctioneer landlord. I hope you guys have taken note of whatever he's mentioned, and I hope it's a learning step for us. Let's get to host him again if you let us do this again.
It's been DC 106.
It's been Dingy Corner 106. As usual, Kama Kawa. It's been your host, Ruben, aka Mr. Ru. Robert of Robert's Properties.
Yes.
I'm off, Papa. Stay tuned.
Please don't forget to like, share, and comment, and hit the notification button.